Hi, it's Alan. Hi, guys. It's Alan. Targeted individual. My thing I was writing about there, it's weird to think that I went 30, literally going, and because of your side pain, I was thankful that I had pain meds, but to literally every night and throughout the day, just why don't I, feel and just something on my side? Is it like, anhedonia? And it's like, but I had 12 times where they turned off the thing on my side and everything just became normal, and I could feel my normal emotions and everything, and it was wonderful. And that's what made me realize it wasn't the normal just me, and I found things out there that were boring. It's just what they were doing, and what Robert Duncan and all the other books about target individuals is they literally make people just for experimentation, to see if they can do that, if they can get a person to that point to where they check out. And that they kept it quiet from me. Went to the doctors and went to tried to work as a CNA, studied to be a minister. And isn't that funny? All these countries, or especially the United States, where I was pretty, I guess, patriotic. I know our country sometimes did some bad things in the past. But I certainly thought, well, the people in my hometown were good. They're good people. Seriously. Didn't have problems. I didn't have enemies. They were people I thought that were trying to do good, trying to do their best, or however they want to phrase it. I would have never, ever blamed them or thought anything about them or anybody being a part of this. Ever. And it was weird when things just started playing with my computer, the mouse moving, and then people holding up the phone. And I'm one of, because this was back in like when it started. I was 14. I graduated around 17, 18. So, that was 89. So it's probably around 86 or so that I had my operation from my broken arm, separated shoulder. And to literally have to go that long, just like, this is not right. What is wrong with this? And praying like, heal this, and just to find out after all the books and everything that this is an experiment. Consensual, non-consensual. It's all illegal. You're supposed to be consensual. And call it common law. Never happened, especially when you're 14 years old and your dad's right there, but nobody. Oh, well, I gotta go. Is that my mama? Okay. Mm-hmm. How was it? Good.
It must be really nice to be there. For the last 3.5 years, I think what they were doing is just putting a marker down saying, oh, well, we tried, but they never have pushed this person or hilarious to sit down and do something together.
What speaking of Kamala Harris, in Politico magazine, this is a quote. When Vice President Kamala Harris arrived at the newspaper's Midtown headquarters for an off-the-record meeting, Sulzberger devoted several minutes to asking her why Biden was still refusing to grant the paper or any major newspaper an interview. Harris later grumbled to aides about the back and forth being a waste of the allotted time. And now this is a quote from the New York Times statement regarding that and just the presidential news coverage. For anyone who understands the role of free press in a democracy, it should be troubling that President Biden has so actively and effectively avoided questions from independent journalists during his term. In meetings with Vice President Harris and other administration officials, the publisher of the Times focused instead on a higher principle, that systematically avoiding interviews and questions from major news organizations doesn't just undermine an important norm, it also establishes a dangerous precedent and future presidents can use to avoid scrutiny and accountability. Anita, what do you make of the fact that the New York Times is actually calling out the president for not taking these interviews?
Yeah, it is quite stunning because they have had a COVID relationship in the past. The New York Times historically has been pretty favorable to the Biden presidency overall. I mean, among all the major papers. So it is interesting to see the dust up and to hear that reporters are getting retaliated against with they're cut off from sources, they're receiving less access. I mean, it seems kind of petty. But I do love the New York Times response on this. Just real quick. This is from the New York Times Washington bureau chief. She says, it's pretty much par for the course. No White House is ever happy with the coverage, and I don't see why they should be. Our job is to hold power to account. And that's true, and I just hope that they